Hello everybody, it is Sunday the 27th of November and I want to talk about which law Jesus did operate under when he did what he did. And it came to me today because it became very clear to me that not only did he sacrifice himself, supposedly for the greater good, he also sacrificed his friend, Judas. And I want to show you that here, and I want to show you how that was wrong. But Jesus did it, or he at least part of in it, and it was wrong. So which law did Jesus operate under? As I said in my videos before, there are two ways of defining good and bad that are doing battle with each other in this world. There is the law of love your neighbor as yourself. Don't do unto others that what you don't want done unto yourself, and do no harm. Don't steal, don't bear false witness, basically the 10 Commandments. That is the one law, and that is the law of this world. And then there's the law of Elohim. And that basically says, my will shall be done. And I will justify whatever is done to serve my intention. Yeah? And whatever you do, if your sins were as crimson as blood, I shall wash them white. I shall declare it righteous because it was done to serve my intention. No matter what you do, anything. As long as it serves the intention, shall declare it righteous. That is the law of Elohim. And those are the two laws that are doing battle in this world. And we are under the one or the other. And we really must become conscious of these two laws. And we must make a decision. But you can only make a decision if you're actually conscious of the choice. So, which law was Jesus under? Under which law did Jesus operate? Now the knowledge that spoke out of him, again, was given with the intention that, it should be used for healing, for feeding. That is what he showed in the miracles. Yeah? So it was given under the law of love your neighbor as yourself. And that those that were given the greatest understanding, the greatest knowledge of this, should be the greatest servants to all. So it was not given to rule over. So, and he preached that. And he said to them, continuously give to each other, love each other. But those that would follow me, pick up your cross and follow me. And he was going to the kingdom. And that was the other choice. And that kingdom is of Elohim. That is the one that will come to rule over with the rod of iron, and his will shall be done. And it was just when I thought about what happened with Judas that made very clear that Jesus thought that the outcome would justify the means. So he was operating under that law. Now let me show you that. So Judas was supposedly his friend. And Jesus said he loved his friends, his disciples, he loved them. Now Judas was very much an open book to Jesus because Jesus knew exactly what was on Judas's mind and what he was about to do. He knew that. And if Judas was that much of an open book to him, then he also knew what effect this would have on Judas himself. This betrayal. Because when it was all said and done, Judas's own conscience pretty much destroyed him and led him to hang himself. So if that were your friend and he was that much of an open book to you and you would know what he's about to do, and even if you didn't care for yourself, what the consequences would be, because Jesus obviously didn't. In fact, it would serve him. He was going to the cross. He was going to make this wonderful sacrifice for all. So, but even if you didn't care for yourself, if you knew what effect that would have on your friend, would you not stop him to save him from himself? And Jesus did not stop him. He knew what was going to happen. He knew, I would say, what effect that would have on Judas himself. And he supposedly loved him, and he was supposedly his friend, and he did not stop him to save him from himself. He let him go ahead because that would serve the intention. And that made the sacrifice righteous, morally justifiable, because it would serve the intention. So that is the law under which Jesus operated. He did not operate under love your neighbor as yourself. He was preaching it. He gained the knowledge through it, but he operated under a different law himself. And again, he preached both, and you were given a choice. Yeah? Love each other, continuously give to each other, ask and you shall be given, or follow me. I'm going to the kingdom. I'm going to bring the one that will rule with a rod of iron over all. And then, of course, when Rome get a hold of that, there was no choice anymore, because only the one side is being preached. Now, if you are here and now, and you see what is going on, and when you know that we are in a battle for our freedom, and that there are those that would want to rule over the world and bring in their vision of how humanity should go forward. Yeah, and they would bring you under the rod of iron of their vision, whether that be you running around with chips in your head and eating bugs or whatever. Yeah? And you're honestly on your knees thinking that Jesus will come to save you, then you are in the delusion. You are completely deluded. For himself, his choice, he was with them. He was with them. The knowledge should be given to them to give them the power to rule over. The knowledge should serve God, should serve Elohim to rule over this world. He was with them. So honest to God, if you are thinking of shouting freedom and do away with all these bad things in the world and Jesus will come and save you, you're completely bipolar. You really have not understood what he said and what happened there. So then let us make the correct choice. We are of this world, and love your neighbor as yourself is our nature. That is our true nature. I know it's been that diluted by that other law, by us following that other law, whether willingly or we've been driven into it by fear or through need. But we have compromised love your neighbor as yourself in so many places that, it's hard to see that it is of us, but it is. That is our true nature. That is our law. And in order to bring this to the correct conclusion, that is our freedom, we must operate under that law with each other and give to each other. And first of all, the awareness of what's actually going on. But if you follow Jesus thinking you're going to freedom, you're deluded. He was batting for the other side. Anyway, I shall leave it at that for today. Talk to you again soon. Bye.